Hey guys, welcome back to Casks-n-Que, where whiskey and barbecue meet. I'm your host, Justin Lloyd, and today we're going to do a Central Texas style brisket and we're going to use some beef tallow, so stick around. All right everybody, back at the cutting board. So what we have here is a USDA choice brisket, and this one weighs just under 15 pounds. To be exact, it's 14.9. So we're going to go ahead and get this guy open. Make sure you have a sharp knife. I'm using just a regular boning knife today. Okay guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up. As you can see, there's some fat here, some silver skin. We're gonna get rid of that. We'll get rid of this hunk of fat right through here. That doesn't ever render out. And later on in the cook, when we wrap this brisket, we're also gonna inject it with some melted beef tallow that my neighbor gave to me, and we're going to see if that makes a difference in the moisture on the flat end. So I like to get rid of this right off the bat. That's not going to do anybody any good. It's just a big hunk of fat that sits on the point. Okay, so just for a little rundown on what a brisket is, it's part of the chest muscle of a cow. So this end right here, the big end, that's called the point, and down here, that's called the flat. So sometimes when you go to a restaurant, a barbecue joint, and you order a brisket, they'll ask you if you want fatty, which is right here, or if you want lean. So that's that cut. I like to trim the brisket down to about 1/4 inch fat cap. So that's looking pretty good already. I don't know if you can see on camera, but right here is the fat cap, and then there's the meat. And that's about 1/4 inch right there. So anyway, let's get started trimming this guy. And this is really unfortunate. This gash right there, that happened at the processing plant, I assume. So we'll have to work around that. And we're going to be cooking fat cap down because the heat source is on the bottom of the Kamado. And I used kosher salt, 16 mesh ground black pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder as my rub. So this has been sitting here for maybe 5 or 6 minutes, and we're waiting on the smoker to get up to temp. Actually, it is up to temp. So we're going to go ahead and throw this guy on. Be right back. All right, guys, we're back at the cooker. We're going to throw this on fat cap down because the heat source is coming from the bottom. We're going to inject with beef tallow down on this flat side to see if we can get it to be a little bit more moist. I have a jar of it right here. Just some beef tallow that my neighbor gave to me, so we're going to use that. All right, we'll be back in a little while. All right, folks, we're back at the cooker. This brisket's been on for a little over an hour, so I'm going to hit it with the mixture of water and apple cider vinegar just to make sure we don't have any parts of it dry out. All right, everybody, we've been waiting for quite a while. The internal temperature on our little handy dandy remote thermometer is up to 263. That's usually about the point that I like to wrap these briskets, so let's take a look, see what kind of color we got. Wow, looking really good. Got a good mahogany color, Bark's starting to set up pretty good. Yeah. I would say she's ready to wrap. So we're gonna get her in some butcher paper. We're also gonna inject the flat with some beef tallow. Be right back. Okay folks, so we're gonna go ahead and get this brisket off the smoker, get it wrapped in some butcher paper and inject it with tallow, and we're gonna, whatever we don't use of the beef tallow during the injection, we're gonna pour on the brisket and wrap this guy up and put it back on the smoker until it reaches an internal temp of about 203. So we'll be right back. Okay everybody, got the beef tallow here. Let's just shake it up, make sure that it's nice and liquefied. Here we go. Oh, the dog's gonna love that. Make your own jokes. All right. Go slower so maybe it stays in a little bit better. Sure is blowing up that flat though. I can see it swelling up. That's what she said. Side up. That side down. Try to keep this brisket wrapped in there as tightly as possible. That side up. And we'll call that good. Back on the smoker it goes. I'm not gonna lie, that's some hard work. I think it deserves a cold beer. Made me sweat, it's hot, and I need to get back inside. That guy ought to take, I don't know, another 3 or 4 hours, so we'll see you then. Okay guys, we're back at the smoker. I've already temped this thing, but just to do it again, let's see, we're at 206 and it's probing like butter. Virtually no resistance in the flat. So yeah, that's good to go, man. So what we're gonna do is pull this dude off the smoker and put it in a ice chest with a couple beach towels over it to let it sit for a couple hours until it's dinner time. So we'll see you back here in just a bit. So we're just gonna throw that towel in there. Probably should have used some gloves because that was kind of hot. Just to get you a good view. So we just cover it up with the towel and we'll let it sit in there for an hour or two. And it'll keep cooking and get more tender. So we'll be back when it's time to slice. I got a helper with me. You say hi? Hi. All right. So this smells awesome so far. Right away, got a good, oh man, look at all that juice. You see that? Yes. Woo-wee. I gotta tell you, this is probably the juiciest brisket that I've ever cooked. This, this is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, this is one juicy brisket, man. I'm telling you. As a matter of fact, we got some juices running off the table here. My dog is lapping that stuff up. So we're gonna take this out of the butcher paper. Oh my goodness. That tallow, oh my gosh. Okay. There's so much juice in here. Man, I can't even. Some of this is stuck to the paper. And it's phenomenal. Yeah. So far, this is absolutely amazing. Ooh is right. Wyatt says ooh. What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, it looks good.
That looks good, doesn't it? Let's drip some juices on it. Okay. So like I said, we injected this with beef tallow. I mean, look at all that juice. It's incredible. I mean, my goodness. Okay. So I'm going to get to slicing. Let's move that off of there. That's just rendered fat. I mean. All right, you see that smoke ring? And this is just the end cut. So I'm going to do a little burnt end action on that one. Wyatt? What do you think, buddy?
Okay. Well.
That good? All right. Let me verify. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness.
It's soft.
It's soft. You want another one? Totally worth doing the tallow injection. Nice bark. It's a little softer than, you know, if you didn't wrap it. I mean, we have all that tallow. So, I mean, that's kind of to be expected. I mean, that just fell apart under its own weight. Uh-huh. Yes, sir. I'm not mad at that at all. Okay, guys, so we're going to go ahead and slice into the point. Right there. Oh, yeah.
Waterfall.
Looks like a waterfall, he says. Yes, sir. All right, so that's that flat. So we're going to turn this point this way. Make a slice right here. Oh man, that smoke ring. Look at that jiggle. Look at that jiggle. Yes, sir. Look at that. Nice rendered fat, smoke ring, bark. You know I gotta go in there and get some of this. Look at that. That's money, man. You gotta try that. And this is a choice brisket, which is a step above select. Okay, y'all, so this is a long cook. It took, let's see, about 9 hours, and then we rested it for 2 hours, so it's 11-hour total. Again, that was about a 15-pound brisket. After I trimmed it, I probably trimmed off 3 pounds of fat. And this dude is ready to chow down. So let's see what we can do for him here. That beef tallow, man, phenomenal. There you go, buddy. Grab you a piece of that. Let them know what you think. Don't wipe that on your shirt. Is it good? What does it taste like? Is it soft? Juicy? Oh yeah. Hey, this is a winner. Get you some beef tallow, cook a brisket until it gets about 160 degrees internal, inject it, wrap it, and let it finish until it's probe tender. I think this one went to about 208 degrees. So be sure to like, subscribe, and smash that bell down there at the bottom of the screen, and you'll be able to see content that's coming up. We got some whiskey reviews on the horizon, and we got some more barbecue coming up, and next week we're gonna be doing a whole hog. So be sure and stick around. Thanks for joining Casks-n-Que, where whiskey and barbecue meet. We'll see you next time.